it's an interesting space for policy, right? Because when it comes to waste, policy is regulated usually at the state level. And when it comes to food, in this way, food's not really regulated, right? No one is telling you kind of how much you can buy or how much you can throw out. So the policies that we're seeing are tend to be at the state level. So we have about 9 states that have some kind of restriction of food going to landfill right now, some stronger than others. And a couple of those states, and California kind of being the strongest, have actually a requirement around donation now. So in California, about the law says that by 2025, 20% of all the food that was going to landfill but is edible for human consumption needs to be recovered. And I saw actually a question in the Q&A that was asking about, is that driving investment? And the answer is yes. I mean, I just, speaking of exits, I just recently saw there's a company called Recyclist that was trying to facilitate some of the data collection and transfer around food rescue that was happening here, that was just recently acquired. So we are seeing a real shift in the food rescue model that used to be all volunteer to now actually be a service that people have to pay for. And that's kind of shifting things quite a bit here in California. But so policies, bans on organics, and when I say organics, I really mean food scraps, not organic certification, bans on organics in landfills. We are seeing like liability protection, a lot of donation benefits, right? Liability protection. There was just the Food Donation Improvement Act approved late last year that actually expands liability protection. Sometimes some statewide tax incentives that go above and beyond the federal ones. I think the best way for funders and investors to get involved, I think from a philanthropic perspective, I think there's a huge opportunity to expand state policy work. And so that is an area that is not seeing any philanthropic money right now, but is really primed for it because there are such great examples now. So that would be my first pick. As investors, I think being able to speak to some of the benefits that you're seeing in the states where these policies are already passed can really help. And it's always helpful to have business voices involved when policies are being put forward.